Hello there, and welcome to my stream. Hi, Sumi. It's very nice to see you. Full disclosure, I accidentally took sleep pot instead of get high pot, so we'll see what happens. Today we are headed back into No Man's Sky for the Expedition 22, which is basically just, it's a faction expedition, very similar to the red, blue, and yellow from Pokemon Go. You join a faction, you get some quests. What is different about this expedition to previous expeditions is you are forced to take a long ass time, which, as you may guess, is something that I absolutely love. My favorite thing ever. So I am stuck on phase 3 milestone called countermeasures, which I need to construct the prismatic core. And this is unfortunately a community event, and you will notice that says 48 days. So we have 48 days. This isn't moving very fast. I've been playing on and off all day, and it has gone up by 1%. So we're going to be here a while. And the other fun thing about this is you can only do 3 missions every hour. So even if you want to try and progress faster, help your faction progress faster, help the whole quest progress faster so that we can all uh, go on to the next thing, you cannot. You are blocked from doing so. It has been a minute since I did any of them, so we will go do all of them. And you'll see just how much I love this expedition. In case you don't know me well enough, yes, that was sarcasm. That was all of the sarcasm. So while this event is going on, or at least while this phase, this part, this mission, this expedition, this part of the expedition is going on, this place is empty. There's nobody else here except you. The iterations are still here, like these people. Nobody else is here at all. It's like a ghost town. This thing also is not working correctly because this is where we are trying to build this prismatic core thing. So let's see. I do not have any salvage data to spend. I have spent a lot. I've spent like 200 salvage data today unlocking various things for bases because I am sitting here with my thumb up my ass. So there are 3 different types of mission that you can do to try and build the prismatic core. There are the 3 factions. I am in the Sage faction, which is in 3rd place. I was in the Yellow faction for Pokemon too, for Pokemon as well, which was always in 3rd place. So I guess I just picked the underdog. But there are 3 types of missions. There are Purge, Restore, and Sabotage missions, and they will be around this thing. And they each have a different icon. So for Restore, you have to recover fallen swarmers, which I think is yanking pieces off of it with a Gravitino core weapon. This one, Purge, Exterminator. I think that one, we'll find out. I can't remember right off. This one is blowing people up in space. It's fine. So we'll start with that one because it's the one that I don't like the most. And then we get back in our ship. Favorite, actually, while we're here, I made some food to give to this fucker, which I really hope that someday they make this less tedious. I would like to be able to give him more than one food at a time because it takes forever. But I just want to see where'd it go. I made some kind of fish stew. I thought, watch me have put it. Oh, there it is. It's in my inventory already. Never mind. All right. So will you take my stew? Present food. Present delicious stew. Beyond compare, and it gets me 87 nanites. So if you are short on nanites in this game and you need a tedious way to make some more, you can make food, and if this guy likes it, he will give you an amount of nanites. It will vary. He will like and then be kind of meh about the exact same food. I don't know if there's a like, okay, this time it's beyond compare. So now I get 87 again. And you have to do this one at a time because that's the way this works. So there are obviously much faster ways to make nanites. I unfortunately made a bunch of stew, but I'm not going to sit here and do all 32 of those while you watch. I will come back later on with an audiobook and do that. Oops. I think I got after this guy about. This is the arena battle thing that was the last expedition that I didn't do because it's Pokemon and I didn't want to. I do have a couple of companions now, and I think I've fought like 2 or 3 times. A couple of them have leveled up, so they get a little gene mutation. Excuse me. Cherry float Coke is absolutely delicious, by the way. Shall we play? Sure, why not? So these are my 3 critters. Actually, I have one other one. This thing. So they have like ratings, which I don't know anything about them, and they have things they're strong against versus things they're not strong against. Can I not see them? Oh, okay. So let's go with the tropical creature and the desert creature and that one. Okay, so that one and that one and that one. Why? Because I don't know. So then you have, look, it's Pokemon. By now, you probably know how Pokemon works. If you don't, so you have little things you can do. They have cooldowns. Um, they are strong versus certain things and weak versus certain things. So my little desert person is strong versus toxic, weak versus tropical. So this thing is an anomalous creature which has high defense against mechanical. So I don't want to bring out my little mechanoid guy. But this should be fine. So let's see. Wait for 4 turns. Heal. Deals a lot of damage to yourself. Holy shit. Let's not do that. Do that one. So in 4 turns, that'll do a bunch of damage. And it takes its turn. Cleanse themselves of debuff. Does that include this thing? Is cactus flesh a debuff? I don't know. I don't see Okay, well, let's just. Desert damage. We'll find out if it does or if it doesn't. And you can switch out one person for different people. Um, with this right here, you can rest, you can resign. The attack that I'm using gets a little bit stronger every time. Oh, so I might want to do some healing, especially since this heal is a wait 3 turns heal. So I might die before then, which if your critter passes out, then it just, oh, heavy damage in 3 turns. That's not good. Performed wither on their own. Okay. Rock on with your bad self. And I don't have a remove debuff for this one. You don't get to pick what their things are. Like it just comes with its level attacks and shit. Alright, so this is also an attack creature or a desert creature. Buffs purged from opponent. Oh no, there goes my healing. And even though that thing is dead or unconscious, it's still got that big attack is still. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so now I have a mechanical creature and I have a tropical creature. So a tropical creature has strong defense against desert. And this one has strong attack versus desert. So let's go with strong attack versus desert. And then this little guy has his own set of things. For example, his heal does not take 3 turns, but it is a smaller amount. But it is for 3 turns. And then he's got weight, and I have a big one. Does 3 different attacks and just as a medium amount of attack. So let's do this one. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oof, but there goes half my health. With a roar. Oh, supercharge. Supercharge. 29 health. Oh, goodness. Plus 20 strength for the whole team. Okay. 20 defensive strength plus 77 defensive strength for the whole team. Okay, so is that a total of 90? 77, okay. So this is now fire. I'll chuck that out there. I should probably heal on my next one. Heavy damage if removed. Oh no. Oh no. And then it should auto pop. Oh, there we go. The last little duder. This one does have a remove positive effects. So I can go ahead and remove the defensive strength, which I will do. Because fuck you and your defensive strength. And that neutron bomb is still ticking away, even though my mechanoid is unconscious. Oh, he created a shield. And I have to wait before I can remove his shield. Blocks the next 225 points. Okay, so it's not healing absorption shield, which he's at full health, so it wouldn't matter anyways. But let's chuck a heal out there, since this one also takes 3 turns. Graviton beam. Oh, there's the neutron bomb. Nicely done, nicely done. Ooh, 7 hit points. We gotta get rid of 7 before they get rid of 778. We're gonna pester him to death. There we go. So only companions that participated in the battle will get points. So at one point, it only took 2 of my guys to take down all 3 of the opponents. So this person didn't get any experience. But in this case, they all did. And this one leveled up and got a gene edit. So to apply your gene edit, you go into your companion register and you select your deuter, which has got a little gene. And you can either upgrade his agility, health, or combat. Different things affect different things, just like any game ever. So we will go with this one. Why? Because it feels good. And that's the Hollow Arena. And you can find these guys, space stations, trade outposts, stuff like that. You can find empty tables like this one that you can play against other players. I have not done that because I don't give a fuck about playing with other players. It's an okay game. I've done it a few times now. I will continue to do it against NPCs, but I don't care to do it. By now you should know about me, if you have hung around with me for any amount of time. I don't like multiplayer games. I especially don't like them when I'm forced to play them. Like, for example, this expedition. So I need to shoot down. Is it shoot down a bunch? I think it's shoot down a bunch. Maybe not. I don't know. But when you come into a system and you've got a swarm mission, it'll be whichever one of the 3 icons that you chose. So right now I am doing the sabotage mission. So the sabotage mission looks kind of like a 6-legged mouth critter. That's right behind the space station. This is a swarm ship. They will be in the system, and then when you complete your mission, they will go away. Picasso's Curious Loop. I wonder what that is. Oh, I may have gotten too close, apparently. Sorry. Don't mind me. Never actually flown that close to one of them before. There we go. Let us go explore Picasso's Curious Loop. Frost crystal. I need to pick up some frost crystals. Please help me remember, because I have been building the biodomes on with my bases, and they take a lot of glass. Now you can make glass as someone pointed out in the last stream that I played this on, that you can make glass by just chucking silicate powder into your refiner. Unfortunately, it is horrendously expensive. It's like 80 to 1 or something like that. And even though silicate powder is everywhere, you do run out of it very quickly when you're using it in that quantity. Alternately, you can make glass out of frost crystals because reasons at a rate of 40 to 1. So 40 to 1 versus, I want to say, either 60 or 80 to 1. 40. So never mind, it's the same. Fuck me. Okay, then never mind. I don't need to pick up frost crystal. Well, I do, because I need the frost crystals to put frost crystals in those biodomes. I think that might be incorrect. Shit. Um, yeah, 50 frost crystals for each plant of frostwort, which gives you more frost crystals. So I would like to have a biodome of each of these at each of my bases. I have not been able to do that yet because some of them don't require the actual plant itself. Some of them require other random shit. But I'm getting there. So let's see what Picasso's Curious Loop is. Okay, we have an Exocraft summoning unit. I can imagine what this air would taste like. Okay, we've got 2 teleporters. Salvage container, salvage container. If you are not fortunate enough to live in a place where you get snow, there is a very particular taste, feeling to the air on a winter day where the air almost hurts to breathe it, but at the same time it feels so good. Like for long term, no, absolutely not. But for about 2 minutes, it is one of my favorite types of weather. It is crunchy and crisp and slightly metallic, and it tastes like the color blue, and it's just delightful. Um, and that's what this planet reminds me of, is that feeling that when you breathe in and your lungs kind of stutter because it's so cold and they were so warm just a second ago. And it, I don't, I'm probably not describing it very well, but you know, oh, I love this little giga. I have this on my main save. It's one of the things I like to just put on my bases because it's party. Okay, so we have a large refiner, we have 2 teleporters, we have some plants that we're going to scan. Oh, I was on a planet earlier. The plants on this planet had scales. I think I put a base there. Um, can I? This is. I don't know how to see. Hmm. You know what? We'll just go there. Where are we now? We're at Picasso's something. Did I put a base on that planet, though? Maybe? Hmm. Actually, you know what? Hold on just 1 second for me. I did a screenshot of it that I sent to a friend. Let me see. I thought that screenshots had the address for the planet in the corner, but they don't anymore. I wish they did. Can I? Am I able to paste in chat? Is that a thing here? No. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter because that's the name of the planet. So, Yermekion Hannah. Yermekion Hannah. I will probably spend an hour trying to show you this stupid picture. Boo. Boo, I say. Oh, this one. The sunflowers on this planet are absolutely massive, and they're cranky. They're they're dying, and they have carnivorous roots and thorny thorns. But they're huge. This is also a nice little fungal farm, by the way. Fungal stuff. Which of course I don't have any of in my pocket. Fungal clusters can be used to make that stew that you give to the guy that I showed you a minute ago. That is, as far as I can tell, the only purpose for fungal clusters is to turn them into food. These curious deposits, you shoot them with your gun. They try to roll away, which is why you will often see them in pits like this, because you can do all of them. And actually, I think I need some of these for my biofarms. And then you can just shoot them all from down here. Oh no, sorry. These are not those. The curious deposits are the runaway mold. And there's a bunch of it. So runaway mold is the last step before nanite clusters. Earlier, I had something like 13,000 runaway mold that I got from visiting 2 or 3 of these farms. Because this is curious deposits, not fungal clusters. Fungal clusters are what you turn into food. Curious deposits are just straight up runaway mold. And then you come in, look at that, 9,498. You drop it into your refiner after you take the silicate powder out. And it will take several tanks of gas, but it will convert them at a rate of 5-to-1 straight into nanite clusters. So there's another 1,800 nanite clusters. So earlier, when I was getting 87 nanite clusters for giving him stew, much quicker. It'll take 18 minutes, sure, but it's not like I have to stand there. But look at these giant, where the fuck did the door go? Look at these giant sunflowers. Just huge. Massive. They're all over. And they're cranky. I'll pull up their page. Hold on. Oh. Didn't see that before. Yeah. Root structure, nutrient source, carnivorous roots, and it has toxic thorns. But I think they're pretty in a creepy gonna kill you and eat you kind of way. Anyways, let's go back to where we were. Oh, insufficient power. Oh no. This happened to me the other day. Where is your power source? There we go. Thank you for putting a biofuel reactor. I really appreciate it since I am not able to edit your base. It took me a half an hour of real time to run from that base I got stuck at that I couldn't travel away from because I didn't have my ship yet. Yeah, I did not enjoy that. Oh shoot, I didn't go back to Picasso's Fuji What's It. I want to though because I want to know what the loop is. I've been buying all of these that I can because it's easier just to buy these. They take, you can make them 50 ferrite dust each. But when I make a base, I try to have at least one, if not two, like a gas cloud and a mining, a gas cloud and a mineral deposit. And each of the towers that act as storage for those takes 10 of those metal platings. So right there, just, I don't know if you heard that or not. That was the sound of my cat going by at Mach Meow. Not sure why. Don't think she knows why. Okay, so we're back at Picasso's place. So we have a teleporter. We step into it. And this is the, oh, this is what we saw from the landing platform. So let's just scan stuff real quick. It's not going to be real quick. It's going to be until I run out of things to scan. Earlier, I was on a planet and I was looking for the salvage data so that I could unlock blueprints. And I ended up learning something like 40 words from the knowledge stones just in passing. I probably spent an hour on that planet, but I ended up with over 200 salvage data, which was very nice, and unlocked most of the things. Not all of the things, but most of the things that I wanted to unlock. There's still a couple. I like the prefab buildings primarily because they have power, like, to the whole thing. If you have power, you have power to the whole thing. As of yet, I do not have all the prefab stuff unlocked. I have some of the deep sea stuff unlocked. Yes, I was a little late. I lost track of time and ended up actually talking on the phone with my mother for an hour, which was unexpected. But yes, I'm here and we are. Message module. Teleport to both ends to spawn curious deposit. Okay, well, there is a curious deposit right there. I did miss Monday. My alarm went off and my second alarm went off. And I woke up just enough to turn the... Oh! Victory for missing my alarm. But no, I am here. And it is lovely to see you. Sometimes we do, you know? And I am still not over whatever the hell is. Um, Still not over whatever the hell rhinovirus I have. So there are days when it's just a stay in bed day. So is this saying that if I just teleport to both ends, if I just teleport back and forth, will it just keep? Because if so, this might be where we are for a while. How are you, Star Chaser? It's lovely to see you. That's another curious deposit base. Curious that there are so many curious deposits here. So, teleport, teleport. Okay, so I don't think that it's some kind of super duper. Well, wait, what does this other one go to then? Oh, and here's another one. Okay. Yeah, yeah, it really does. When I was able, I had a position that let me do um, 2 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 2 days off. Going back to a 5 day work week after that, well, it felt like torture. Interestingly enough, well, it's interesting to me. I am reading A People's History of the United States, and I have just gotten to the labor riots of the 1890s when people demanded an 8-hour workday. I just read that like 2 hours ago. Do you really? That's very nice. Yeah. So just, I don't know if this makes any difference at all to you, but I would really, really appreciate it if you did that. I used to do it every time I could, and for medical reasons, I no longer can do that. And I have had to be the recipient of blood several times. Um, so anytime that you donate blood, I I thank you personally, um, having been the person who has received it from someone. It really means a lot to me, like a lot. And if I could still do it, I would. I hate needles so fucking much, but if I could, I would. It's a little bit of discomfort on my part to save someone's life. Yeah, there used to be a, well, I assume there still is, but there was a little Red Cross van slash bus that would come around. Because I used to live in a town with a college in it, and they would come around like clockwork, and I would go down and do my good deed for the day. I don't want. Why are you? Okay, we're gonna go over there. Excuse me. Oh, like O negative, I think, is the universal giver, the universal donor. Where did that little fucker go? There we are. Make sure you have your blood type card in your wallet. I got mine through the Red Cross, and I always have it like in my wallet, so it's the first thing that you see when you open up my wallet. That way, if I am unable to tell someone what my blood type is, they will be able to find it with. I mean, they still have to do a type in screen, type in. I want to say type and tap, but I know that's not right. Why did you become an electricity entity? Oh, because this is the one I prefer. I like this. This is the one I always have. I did go through and I looked at them again, but I always like this one. Well, let me know when you're back. Should be back in 20 seconds. Imagine not being subbed to any brokies in chat. What's a brokey? Welcome back. Welcome back. So I went all the way to the one end. Now, if I go back to the other end, is it? Because I don't know if it's time or distance. Oh my goodness, it's distance. Look at that. This is okay. Whoever made this base, Picasso's loop. I don't know who made this, but you are amazing. Oh, stretch. Sorry, hold on. Stretch. 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 From our fingers to our toes and even our nose. Stretching feels good. So this person is a wonderful person. I'm going to try it again to see if it works again. But it appears as though they have created. Yeah, this is a. I saw a. like I was in space and I saw the name of this base, which is Picasso's Curious Loop, and I was like, all right, what is that? And they have figured out, um, that is amazing. Oh my gosh, I could stay here for hours. So, uh, if you get a certain distance away, things regenerate, and they have made a loop of teleports that takes you far enough away from two different curious deposits that it causes them to respawn. And when you destroy a curious deposit, you get runaway mold. Runaway mold, put it into your refiner, gives you nanite clusters, which is one of the currency types, one of the harder currency types to get versus just regular credits. Wow. So I have 23,000 runaway mold at a rate of 5 to 1 to nanite clusters. This is beautiful. Whoever made this, I don't, can I, how do I tell who made the base? Did I go the right way? I may not have gone the right way. Okay, I did. I went the wrong way. So you go all the way out to the end. Teleport to both ends. So you are now far enough away from. Ooh, I wonder what that one is. Okay, there's my ship. So 402 units away at this end. And then you go all the way back. You go into the house and to the other teleporter. And there they are again. This is beautiful. I want to favorite this base. How do I favorite a base? This is very well done. I am super pleased at this person. And there's a whole bunch of stuff on the space anomaly that you buy for nanites. And this is a never-ending supply of them. I have never considered doing something like this, but I'm thinking about it now. And there they are again. There's a cluster on each leg of the teleport. That's some clever people on this game, I tell you. And it will, of course, take a long time to refine all these. But what I can do is I can go up to my freighter and I can plop these into one of the large refiners rather than relying on this, which uh, does not hold very much as far as fuel. Whereas the ones on my ship, I believe, are um, just powered by the ship. So I don't have to fuck around with fuel. All right, one more pass through and then we'll do something else, I promise. Oh, wait. So, last edited by. It says last edited by OMC Picasso. Alright, so do I. Is it in here that you favorite? Because there's a button for favorites. So, how do you. Well, it's not a right click. Okay, let's warp to. Add to favorites. Alright, so I'm going to warp to my ship. Unfortunately, my ship does not have a warp gate room, so I will end up having to get in my little ship, go to the space station to go back to Picasso's place. But while I am here, looks like I have a expedition that is finished. So they covered 980 light years, difficulty rating of 2, and then all of these are just random stuff. And you'll get a prize for each log entry, assuming it goes well. Sometimes they go badly, and you'll either end up with a damaged ship or no reward. But let's see, so there's a couple 100,000, more 100,000. No, that one is just meh. So I didn't get any items out of this one, but I did get a bunch of moolah, which is fine. And I do need to make fuel, which requires dihydrogen. All of my dihydrogen is over here in these refiners because I have been turning. All right, let's drop that right there. And then the next time I come back to my ship, these will all be done. I'm a gambler level 5. I don't play anything that doesn't have any RNG involved feat. What do you mean gambler level 5? Where the hell is all my dihydrogen? I had these all filled with dihydrogen jelly. Oh, sorry, I've seen the first episode of The Simpsons and that's it. I had these filled with dihydrogen jelly and I was going back and forth between dihydrogen and dihydrogen jelly to generate more. Where did all of that go? I had a bunch. Are you fucking kidding me? Huh. Well, that's really fucking shitty. Okay. I guess I need to get some more dihydrogen. Unexpected and annoying. But that's okay. It just means I won't be able to send out another set of ships just yet. That's weird though. Every one of these had something in them. I hope these don't disappear. Yeah. And then these, you can just drop them into your exosuit. They don't actually take up a spot. It just adds to the amount that you have up here. So I will leave those alone. See if there's any dihydrogen jelly for sale here. Nope. That's okay. And then we will go down and get in the ship and go to the space station and go back to that planet. I really like my freighter. I came upon a pirate dreadnought that was attacking another ship, and so I took it over. I disabled it, and then I took it, and it's pretty, and it's large. It's freaking massive, actually. Like most capital ships are from there to there, but this just keeps on going. And it reminds me very much of a Star Destroyer. It's got that same triangular. Of course, it's not quite as sharp of a line, but still, it looks cool. And we will hop onto the space station, which will have a teleport ring that we can use to go right back to Picasso's Curious Loop. Not to do the loop, but to do whatever the hell mission I went there to do 2 hours ago. I did mention in the stream title, I think, no distractions. Yeah, right. Me not be distracted? Huh. That one. See if there's any dihydrogen for sale here. So I kept running out of ferrite dust because I was building all those metal plates rather than just buying them. But it's much quicker to just buy them. And then Picasso's Curious Loop. Oh shit. I should have clicked a favorite for that. It's alright, I'll just nip back out there. No worries. Ooh, geological parties. It's a nice name for a bot. Okay, we'll go back to this one. This is one of my bases. It's not finished because I did not have the glass to build the biodomes, and I did not have all of the requirements in order. What was that? In order to put the plants in each biodome. So let's go up to the surface. This one has two different things that it is a depot for. It'll hold 11,000 sulfurine, and pyrite. So it hasn't been that long since I visited them. That's why they're not full. But by the time I turn the game on again, there'll be 13,000 of the pyrite and 11,000 of the sulfurine. And that's what I like to do. I like to have my bases have at least one set of storage of something that's being automatically harvested. In this case, I was lucky enough to find two. It unfortunately does not have an electric one, so I have to have all of these solar panels and batteries, and they don't always, like this is still time until drained 8 minutes and 41 seconds. Time until dawn 5 minutes. So I do currently have enough battery backup to make it through the night so that the extractors will still run. And the things like the teleport ring will still work. I also plopped a couple of automated traps down here for fishing. So just pick up the fish. Speaking of fish, there is a potato battered fish fillet from Gorton's Fish, frozen fish company. Absolutely delicious. Done in the air fryer with a little bit of lemon juice on it. So good. And then I put a nutrient processor in here, primarily to give me access to the ingredient storage so that I can dump all these fish in here. Whoops. And not have to have them cluttering up my inventory. And then out here I have biodomes. Some of them have stuff, well, they all have something in them. They're not all full. And I don't have enough for each of the things because eventually I will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Eventually I'll have 12 domes, one for each. But for now, just come in and harvest all plants. And if there's anything to harvest, it will harvest all plants. Okay. Now we're going to go back downstairs and go back to that planet, but we are going to favorite that base because it's an awesome base and I don't want to lose track of it. Okay. Why can I not add it to favorites? How do I can add other shit to favorites. Oh, well, that sucks. I'll just have to go to it like every 4 or 5 planets to keep it in my recent list. Okay. So we're not doing the loop. We're going to do the mission that we actually came here for. Which is, oh, but I did want to, there was a unknown building. I think. Oh, an archive, that would be useful. Maybe it was out one of the. There's a fossil bed. I don't have all of the types of fossils unlocked. I just have the one. And fossils, I used to really like to do fossils. I don't do them as much anymore now that they've changed the way that they're done. I swear there was a unknown building. All right. Back. I saw you, question mark. But I don't see an unknown building. So maybe I missaw. Oh well. Couple of animals that I haven't scanned yet. Okay. Very, very well done on this base. Really delightful. Very glad that I came to check it out. So we need to find so one of the reasons that I am not super fond of this expedition is it directly puts player against player, and you don't have a choice if you want to finish the expedition. So it's not just you do a mission and you get points for your team. It's also, like in this case, doing this will actually remove points from one of the other teams as a way for my team to get ahead. And I have discovered that I really prefer cooperative gaming rather than competitive gaming. Um, yeah. Take this up while we're here. Like I said, I've spent like 200 um, of the salvage data today, and there are still more that I wish to unlock. More blueprints. I also need to remember the next time I'm there to use the nanites to unlock the all of the trade good stuff. So the things you can make, like glass and hermetic seals and stuff like that, you have to unlock all those blueprints first with nanites, which is why I'm so excited about the uh, that Picasso's base. It's an unlimited source of nanites, and then for like from people like this guy, you can buy. And I don't need either one of these things, but I'll, there are some things that are available once you have the money. That was a stupid thing to say. Of course, there's things that are available. All right, so sodium? Oh, that was the right one. Good. Do we have any dihydrogen? Oh, the swarm has eroded the firewalls. that guard the network in the system. I can scramble the swarm at this node, but how? Flood the system with nanites or install counter processor with a microprocessor or overclock circuitry, 300 silicon powder. Let's go with nanites. Defragments, the hive no longer has access to this node. The terminal quietens, and shuts down. Is that it? That was it. -1 to Royal and Weaver, and a salvage data. So that was all that the sabotage mission was in this case. There we go, dihydrogen jelly. And then you take your dihydrogen jelly and you plop it into your refiner. Where it will go into dihydrogen, and then if you reverse it, you end up with a net gain of dihydrogen, just for converting it into dihydrogen jelly and back. It is a lengthy process. It's not quick. That's actually really quick. When I do it on the ship, or maybe it's the other way. The going one way, it's really quick, but going the other way, it takes a long time. So we'll find out in 20 seconds. Let's look for any animals. Since I will be leaving this planet for at least a little while. Unknown building. Haha. I think I heard, yep. Okay, so now we have 600 dihydrogen. Yeah, there it is. 20 minutes to turn 600 dihydrogen into 20 dihydrogen jelly. It was a long time, which is why it is nice to have the big refiners on the ship, because you can just set it and forget it until it unfortunately glitches and you lose it all. That is much less than ideal. Whee! Oh, this looks like a salvage dump? Salvage dump. Have not done anything at all with salvage since the salvage expedition. That was another expedition that just didn't really, having to spend so long trucking that shit across that bumpy ass planet. It's like forcing me to be on a team with other people. I don't like it. I don't wanna. Waste heap, that's what they're called. Alright. So we will summon our ship and we will go back to the eyeball and the skyball and get another mission. I have 7 salvage data and a bunch of nanites, so I do want to try and remember to unlock shit before I leave. Alright, let's go do that first so I don't forget. So the salvage data is used here at the construction center. I always forget. Yeah, prefabs. So I have most of the prefab stuff. But I always forget what it was that I wanted to buy last time by the time I come back with the stuff to actually buy it. Some of the stuff like the start race initiator, those types of things I don't ever use. This one, the exocraft materializer, I brought the tech with me that goes in my exosuit that negates the need to have that. So there's no point in spending the data on it. I don't usually do a lot with any of the decals or posters or anything until I have everything else. Because that's decorative. And I don't do a ton with decoration. I started to a little bit back on my main save, just to see what I thought of it. But there we go. And I don't have enough to unlock any of the other fossils. Potted plants I don't need. Stone grilled. Circle window. Some roofs. I'm just trying to see if I remember something specific that I wanted to buy, which I don't see anything right off. So it might be just starting to buy the like all of the random things, because the more things you unlock, the more points you'll get at the end of the expedition, I think. And where's the light one? Some of these lights are very pretty. These lights I use for extending the base. And then we have this one, which is the synthesis laboratory. And I need to just buy all of these, which I should have enough nanites. Some lube, unstable gel, and some of these are needed for building certain things. And you can either buy them, which if I see them, I probably will, or you can make them. That's especially these right here. So, like, if you have a new part for your ship or your exosuit or something like that, you might need magnetic resonators or hydraulic wiring or something like that. And then, of course, glass. Need lots and lots of glass. Oh, I got a new multi-tool. Some random Viking gave me his multi-tool and ran away from the army. Just remembered that. Which I should be able to break this down into loot. Provided I have enough slots. But let's deal with this guy first. So some of these things, like with the exosuit, I don't have a ton of extra exosuit slots. So I might not be able to install everything that I buy, but it's nice to have the option. Oh, damn it. I would like to be able to just not have to. I don't want to have to keep going back in. Just let me stay. Let me buy multiple things. I want to give you my money. Oh no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Stop it. Stop it. Just almost got drive-by by my cat. Buying all the things. And I like to have two different multi-tools. One for weapons and one for scanning and mining. Um, just because there are so many things, and it it doesn't work if you try and jam them all into one. Like, look at all these things. There's 3 pages of things that I have unlocked that I can put in here. But that wouldn't all fit. But if you spread it out over 2. All right, so the end of the wind. Oh, we gotta spend more stuff. Try and help me remember to break down that multi-tool, though. Let's see. I like to putter around in the Nomad, but I still get damaged by stuff. With these, I should be able to install them to help act as a buffer between my tender skin and the toxic firestorms that are usually raging outside the Nomad. Ooh, a flamethrower. For reasons. And I think this other tab, yeah, this is Minotaur. The Minotaur is slow. The only time I will use the Minotaur is if I know I'm going up against one of those walkers. Because fuck those things. And somewhere in here, there's like a, yeah, Minotaur AI pilot. But I don't know how this works. Oh, it's for when I'm not in it. Never mind. Okay. Never mind. I understand now. Because it will follow you if you have that installed. Um, and it will like fight for you if you are in battle. I don't know about the mining. I haven't really played around with that too much. Okay. And these are for the nautiloid, which I do have at least one base that is underwater, and I have put a nautiloid launching platform thingy majigger right next to the door in case anyone comes for a visit. They can take a turn around the pond. Started out with like 15,000. Now I'm down to 900. Gonna have to stop buying stuff because I've run out of money. But I can just go to the ship, and a lot of those, these things, a lot of them will be done cooking. I don't usually do this conversion in here. I normally do it in those large ones, but I'm wary of those now. I had every one of those filled with either 20 dihydrogen jellies or 800 dihydrogen. And to have them just all be gone is kind of fucked up. Alright, so we have empty spaces. So now we are going to decommission our multi-tool. Make sure it's the right one. It is. Claim $1 million worth of scrap. Yes, please. Confirm scrap. It should give me a couple of little modules. It did. Mining beam and bolt caster. The bolt caster. We'll install the bolt caster and see what that does. So 1% damage, minus 12% reload time, 1 extra shot per burst. Meh. It's not huge, but it's fine. Where is my... That looks wrong. Oh, maybe because it's not... That... it's fine. Okay, so I did that. Stop it. And now we will pick up our next mission and head off. So we did a sabotage. So it says there's 59 minutes left until next activity. So I cannot do another sabotage, even if I want to, for another hour, plus however long it's been since I finished that. That goes back to that forcing me to play with others. Alright, so let's do Exterminator. Fallen swarmers detected in the system. Disassemble swarm remnants and prevent them from being reclaimed. So disassemble. I think this is where I use the gravitino coil. Okay, dock at the space station just to make sure that the space station is in my list of places I can warp to, not warp, teleport. And I'll pick up the exosuit extension while I am here. I just buy those in every system because there's never enough exosuit space. I have 2 up there. I'm not gonna muck around talking to everybody right now. Ooh. Sentinels for storage augmentation, absolutely. I will kill sentinels all day for storage. And we want ferrite dust. Ooh, 73 dihydrogen jelly. Now we're cooking with gas. Excellent. That makes me very happy. So that will pretty much make up for most, if not all, of what I lost on the... Ooh, look at that ship. It looks like a peacock. An exotic. Ooh, can I buy it? Don't go away. Don't go away. Stay right there. It looks nifty. Can I buy your ship? Hello, friend. First, let me see what you have for sale. Nothing particularly noteworthy. How much? Can't just buy it outright. I would need to exchange. I don't want to get rid of my Millennium Falcon. Make sure you hydrate. You know the rules. We must be moist, bitches. So can I, in that case, recruit you to my squadron? Squadron is full, and the only way I know to change that is on the freighter itself, which sucks. Unfortunate. It's a cute little ship, though. It's like a seed pod, like a little whirligig that would come out of a tree. Oh, that planet looks very bumpy. So first we need to go home. Country roads, take me home to the spaceship where I belong. And we're going to check on our nanites and hopefully drop some dihydrogen. Actually, can I? Mother, may I please? Yeah, that should be quick. So I should be able to make enough fuel to send out a little fleet of people. See, this is what I had going on before it all mysteriously vanished. And then you just swap them back and forth, and every time you have a plus 200 to your dihydrogen. one of the many, many. Now, where the fuck? Where did my. Oh, you've got to be fucking shitting me. My nanite clusters have now vanished. What the absolute fuck? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't know why that's happening, but it's very, very frustrating. I am very frustrated. I'm not at all happy. This has angered me. Not angered. Not angry, but I am frustrated. Why? I had so many of those things. Man, that sucks. Listen, or I can get more, I guess. That fucking sucks. I'm gonna have to do some searching around and see why that happened. Because it happened not once but twice. And if my ship is gonna not save, I need to know that. This game is usually really good about saving. Every time you get in or out of your ship, saves. When I go to leave, maybe I'll get in and out of my ship 2 or 3 times before I leave just to make sure that it sticks. And I don't lose another 20,000 runaway mold. Okay, so we make a little bit of fuel. And we visit our navigator, who has some routes for us. An industrial expedition or a combat patrol. I don't have many, I don't think I have any industrial ships, specifically industrial. So we do have a combat ship. We can do that one. Chuck the combat ship. And send these along just for the experience. As it still counts as a mission, whether they actually contribute anything or not. Oh, looks like somebody has been damaged. Nope, I guess not. But while we're right here, let's manage our squadron. Oh, we can't. We don't have enough nanites. Actually, isn't that the same type of ship? Yes, I really did like it. Now, on my main save, I never upgraded anybody. They just fought with me, and eventually became S class with S class ships. I don't know if that was something that like was grandfathered in or what. Um, I guess we'll find out. All right, so we sent those people off. Let's snatch up what of those have. No, it's dihydrogen. Dihydrogen, dihydrogen, dihydrogen. You have that. Nanite clusters, there we go. So there's a couple hundred at least. Man, that annoys the fuck out of me. I'm not going to make you watch, but just so you know, when the stream is over, I'm going to go back and do Picasso's run a bunch. A bunch, a bunch. And then I'm going to come up here, and this motherfucking ship is going to refine them into nanite clusters for me. Okay, so we get in the ship, and we get off the ship. And we double check. Last save was 6 seconds ago. Let's do it again just to be sure. Nope. Fuck off. I don't want to talk to you. Get back to polishing my ship. Okay. So we saved twice. Let's leave these things here while we're thinking of it. I don't have, my stuff isn't organized. I just have this one so far. I have the rest of them unlocked, but I don't have anything in them. Corvette parts. I just don't think to go out there when I'm on a space station. I gotta sell those somewhere too. That's how you get the parts or the money from whether it's a spaceship or a um, a multi-tool like I did. When you decommission them, when you break them down into scrap, that's how you get the money, is in parts. Okay. Hopefully, um, hopefully this stuff will be there when I get back. Hopefully. Okay, so we are on a purge mission. Purge. Wow, look at all the bases. Can you tell this has been used for an expedition? My goodness. Just looking at all the different names. See if there's any that stand out as that one might. But let's go see what this one is. Worked out really well with Picasso's curiosity loop. Maybe this one will be as cool. Hey, Judy. Oh, deep space object. Incoming message. Trade frequency. Friend. Sure, you can have a carbon nanotube. Ooh. I love the purple color of the dissonance crystals. It's a party. That looks like a giant bedbug. Okay, Lord's Storehouse. Let's look at this and then we'll scan some stuff before we head off on our mission. Okay, well. Scan a bunch of stuff. Especially now that I have a couple of decent these things that increase the amount of money that you get for each thing. And this particular one, for example, is in the supercharged slot, and it makes a hellish difference. So out of that, it's 7,000. So we'll say 73, 68, 86 versus 91, 85, and 107. That's a nice little bump. Actually, you know what? If I move this, I could probably flora and mineral, flora and mineral. So I need to get something else that does fauna. So this one is 32, 74, and 74. 39, 67, and 65. So do I want to be able to scan more stuff or get better rewards? I want to get better rewards. Let's put that there. Oh, very nice. Very, very nice. So now we'll get even more money. It's not super, like it's not. I mean, it is a lot of money. These things start out as like base 500 and 52,000 instead of 500 adds up pretty quick. I don't get everything on every planet, but that's a big ass ship. That's a crash freighter. All right, let's go check out the crash freighter. Oh, and also, I'd like to, before I forget, I would like to put some of these upgrades in. And we should definitely put the flamethrower in. Okay. So basalt I have not come across yet, nor have I come across methane. I need 2 hermetic seals. And it doesn't tell. Oh, yes, it does. Entirely prevents all damage or energy drain while inside an exocraft in scorched environments. That's fucking huge. This is gonna be nice. Because there was like earlier today, I was in the Nomad and I was doing something IRL and I died because I wasn't paying attention and a firestorm came along and I cooked. But this will completely negate that. I like that a lot. So there's freezing environments, 3 carbon nanotubes. I can't make wiring looms. Carbon nanotubes. And I don't think, yeah, my freighter doesn't have the teleporty bit. I wonder. There we go. Dismantle. And I get a wiring loom. Ha. Okay. Where'd it go? There it is. All right, so that is toxic environments. So what happens if you supercharge this? If it's already, okay, so it doesn't really say, but if it's already entirely preventing damage, then like you can't really supercharge 100%, right? Deuterium. Deuterium is not dihydrogen. I don't remember where deuterium comes from. Either way, so those 2 things are not finished. These other 3 things are, which is very useful. This is a mounted cannon. That's always useful. I'll put that in the supercharged slot. And I think that's it for there. Whoops, I don't want to craft more of that. When you mine something with the Nomad or whichever exocraft, it gets, the resources get put into its inventory, not yours. Which can be nice, but also sometimes not. All right, so big fucking ship. Here we go. So this will be a crashed freighter. So it should have a little core thing and then a bunch of buried stuff that becomes very toxic as soon as you get to it. So here's our log. Log integrity compromised. Patching. Date stamp 2025.8. I do not like this. Forced to harbor Gak on board to give them safe passage across the stars? I lodged a complaint. Let's 2048.0. We encountered remnants of the Viking Expeditionary Force. Their ship's decimated, fragments of flesh and steel floating through the asteroid field. Sentinels scan the debris. We leave quickly. 2046.9. I refuse to take my crew any further. You should have told me why we were doing this. Why? Date stamp 2118.5. There is no hope, is there? No, that's sad. All right, now this should look different. Yeah, there we go. So, see what this looks like? This is the Gravitino coil, uh, industrial waste manipulation device. But if you take it off, the gun looks a lot different. A lot different. The first time I saw that, uh, I had no idea what had changed. As what happened to my gun? All right, so now there's a whole bunch of stuff that is buried all around. I need to make sure I have enough storage space. I should. And we want to dig a hole. There's a hole in my spaceship. Take off the residual goop, take off the vicious fluids, and get the fuck out of Dodge because it immediately becomes radioactive. Okay, next. And these crash freighters are all exactly the same setup. Oops. So the stuff will be in the same place. Um, ooh, salvage frigate module. That will let me buy some kind of tech for my ship, my big ship, my freighter. Such as maybe the teleport thingamajigger, the Kerjigger. Those are often found in the derelict space freighter. I have not found the path thingy majigger for any of those yet. Normally, you can get one a week from, I want to say, Helios on the Space Anomaly. He's the guy, well, he's now right across from the pet arena. And he'll give you a transponder once a week that leads you to a space wreck. And you go through the wreck and get a little lore bits. And usually there's either bugs or jellyfish. Bugs or jellyfish. And you go through and you loot all the things. And at the end, you can choose to get one of those frigate modules to upgrade your freighter. The tiredness of that pot that I took that was the wrong kind is kicking in very strong now. Very, very tired. I also haven't slept from yesterday because poor life choices are my specialty. Okay, let's get away from the radiation. I think, oh, one more. Oh, this is, let's see, there we go. all of this stuff that I'm taking off can all be refined. Is that everybody? Crystal sulfide. I think that's everybody. So we got a landing bay, a frigate module, 4 salvage data, a warp hypercore. Ooh, superconducting fiber. That's usually fairly expensive. We got 5 of those. A bunch of these, which I want to make sure I do these in the right order. Come back to that in a minute and 34 seconds. Why is this not scanning the weird looking unicorn bear? There's some water too. We can go and make sure we get all the underwater stuff. These trees remind me of Dr. Seuss. I don't know if those count as corrupted. So they probably don't count for the kill X number of sentinels. Because they're not technically sentinels anymore. Are they? I don't know. All right, and into the water. Oh, look at the little bed bugs. Oh, they're so cute. Oh, look at the baby one. It says that she's cheerful. That's so fucking cute. All right, into the water. Into the air, Junior Birdman. Fish are usually just right there, like all of them. They don't hide. It's just into the water, and then there's all the fish. It's like that scene in Disney's Beauty and the Beast when she's walking through the market and it's like the entire town is in the market all at once. That's these fish. I like these rocks with the bits sticking out. Yes, Star Chaser, how can I help you? Oh, crystal sulfide. Let's pick that up before it blows. Ooh, were you successful in your quests? May I award XP? Oh, I do. That is a big coral. I love the colored light swirls. That right there, I love those. You'll see them in a lot of oceans, and I just the oceans update is one of my favorites. It added so much color and they feel like actual oceans now instead of just big puddles. Anyways, what were your quests? A new help from me? Oh, yeah. Yeah, well.
I'm very busy wearing a turtleneck and drinking wine like an asshole.
I'm very busy wearing a nightshirt and drinking tea. How about that? What were your quests? You gotta tell me so I can award XP. No, that's not true. You don't have to tell me. You still get XP. I don't see anything else down here. Deliver a VIP to the extraction zone. Oh my goodness. I think I played that mission in Conflict Global Terror. Oh, there's a critter. Here, critter, 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 critter. Oh, is it you? It is you. Okay, let's see. And then if you come in here, it'll tell you there are still two more animals to be discovered. One of them is a flyer, and one of them is an underground one. I adore Spore. It's one of my favorite games. If I see an underground animal, honestly, I don't even bother. I can never find them. But let's see, flying. Yeah, I wish there would be another Spore, like a newer Spore, with much longer um, times in each of the different. Like, I want to spend longer swimming around eating stuff and then making my little civilization, like all of them. I need more time in all of those stages, I guess. But yeah, I love Spore. I've spent many, many hours taking animals from one planet to another and turning every world into a perfect little terraformed dream. going on a mission. Coming down a trip in our favorite rocket ship. We're gonna not get distracted. We're gonna go straight there. Not gonna talk to any strangers along the way. Those are very hit or miss for me. Sometimes I love them, sometimes no. Tell you what though, the music from Civ 5, the opening cinematic music, remains one of my favorite pieces of music to date. Baba Yet too. Yeah, no, I always get it first try. First try, every time. Alright, so now I believe I have to tear the wreckage apart, but as soon as I start, there will be swarms. What a pilot I am. Oh, no, save it. Oh, where the fuck did it go? Alright. So we need our weapons one, and we need it in Gravitino coil mode, I think. Yeah. But before we do that, we're going to dig a hole. Because they are going to come out of nowhere and they're going to hurt me very badly. Okay. Back to weapons. And weapons free. You have to take all the parts off the ship. See? Immediately hostile. They don't even say hello. Just flamethrower to the face. I'm trying to figure out which parts of this damn thing come off. Okay. That's enough of that. Yeah. Oh shit, I can't recharge my shield. Fuck! Into the hole. I was trying to just yoink the thing apart, but you know, Star Chaser, that's a very valid point. When you put it like that, some crackhead trying to just man. Listen, you don't know I'm a crackhead. They don't know I'm a crack. Oh shit, they don't know I'm a crackhead. I don't even think I am a crackhead in this game. I don't know why I install all the other shit. I use Scatter Blaster and Boltcaster. Just then, that's it. Oh, shit. Let's let our shield recharge a little bit. Can I? Oh, hello. I do like when they can't, quote unquote, see me because I'm in a building or something. Sometimes these combat supplies will recharge your health as well. Oh, it's turned way down. Here, let me turn it up a little. Let me know if this fixes it. Okay, let me know if you can hear it after this. Okay, good. When I am not streaming, I listen to audiobooks while I play. So usually, if it's a game where sound isn't required, such as this one, I'll just turn it off, turn it down. I was left click instead of right click. But I don't use Gravitino Coil as a rule because I don't muck around with the garbage. If I did more of the waste management stuff, I would definitely use it more often. Okay. Something else. It very much depends on the game. Like, there are some games where I need my brain. But then there are other games where brain not... Like, my brain's still required. Like, I still need my... What the fuck is... But, like, I don't need as much of it, I guess. That's fair. I've gotten very used to it. It has become my norm in the last couple of years. What the fuck? I just finished that game yesterday. I played that game. And for putting all those books back, I get a fucking pizza party. God damn it, Merlin. Although, once I got the music or the magic, it was much, much easier. Okay, so disassemble Fallen Swarmer Rex. Aim at them and magnetize. Yeah, did you see that paper? You get pizza if you finish. You get let out because you are being held prisoner, and you get pizza. That fucking... I understand why the fairy threw a fit. Them some poor... There we go. Them some poor working conditions. Hey, salvage frigate module. Some corrupted eye core. So that buried swarm debris, that would be... Oh, I can tell you where they are if you want to know. That would be the third type of mission, but we gotta go get it. Oh, I see. You already looked it up. That's fair. I was gonna be all helpful and shit, but no. Those trees are so pretty. Which one did you find? The one on the wall? Oh, not the one on the wall. Or is that the green one? I don't know. I don't remember. Oh, that was the first one I saw. And then I found the chest and I was like, oh, okay. But that power that pulls all the books to you from whatever book you're holding, that is my favorite. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even bother trying to find the keys. I just looked up where they were. I knew better. Okay, third mission. So this is the third type of mission. That would be. I use jump a lot. Like, I hardly ever use the stairs. Just jump straight up from up to the second story. Man, that would suck. How long did you give it before you just looked it up? Really? You did the whole damn thing without 3 of the 4 magics? Man, fuck that. Fuck that. No, that is absurd. Why would you do that? Man, now you gotta redo it with the magic so that you can feel that. Because, fuck, I use magic. Like, I started sorting them into colors. Um, and then once I got the magics, it was just get more magic as quickly as possible. Why? Yeah, I mean, that would be like, just no. When I was in school, I was part of the library club, and we would reshelve books. And no. And hired to find the individual. Can I comment? Well, how the fuck am I supposed to help you find them if you don't have any information? My lips are dry. Let's put on some cookies and cream Burt's Bees. No, you gotta go back and try it with all the magic. Just so you can see the opposite side of the coin. I maxed out the one that pulls all the books towards you. I think it's number 5. I think. And then the one that shelves them for you. So 5 and 4. I maxed those out. And after that, it was, yeah, the first 200 books took longer than the entire rest of the library. But I did have quite a little pile of white covers, red covers, blue, green, and purple. I mean, it is what it is, and it does what it is very well. Yeah, this is one of those things where I honestly think the game is perfect just as it is. It's it it's putting books back on the shelf. And if when I reach the end I decide I wish to put more books on shelves, I can just hit new game, and then I have 3,000 more books to put on shelves. Oh, hey, you can have the superconducting fibers. They're really expensive, but I don't need the money. Yeah, no, I feel like that game is done. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, it's not my game, but to me, it seems like it is complete. Shit, where'd it go? There it is. I want to say like 2 hours. Oh, like 2 hours. You died? How did you die in the library games? Oh, sorry, idled. I saw it as I died. How the hell did you die putting books on a shelf? A couple of the aspects of the pot are starting to kick in. Very dry mouth, very, very tired. Yeah. And it just, the principal doesn't check up on you at all. It just, he locks you in a room with no food, water, or bathroom facilities and never comes back. I will say though, the alcove where I put the white books, there was a shaft of light or so, however it came about. That pile of books just glowed in the light coming in. It was so pretty. I never know what word to pick for them. I don't want to play that right now. I don't need any more now. I never need as much navigational data as I end up with. Oh, I didn't see that. Or I don't remember seeing that. I remember seeing the, do you want the day and night cycle to go, or do you just want it to constantly be day? Yeah, I missed one shelf. One shelf had a book out of order. I went through and I looked. I found one shelf that was out of order, and I fixed it, but I could not find the other shelf. So I finally just said fuck it and left. And he had some smirky little comment about how I didn't get it perfect and how dare I. And I wanted to just go back in and shake the room so all the books were all over. I didn't notice it get that dark. Maybe I didn't have it turned on. Yeah. I did notice that a couple of the sections, all the books covers were the same color. Like the philosophy section, all of the books were white. They had different designs and stuff, but they were all white. But then there are others where the different, like the romance section, every series was a different color. I thought I had. I guess not. Yeah, I had probably maybe like 100 books in each color pile. Um, and then oh shit, I just turned the volume up really loud on accident on myself. But then I found it was like the piles themselves were too big. So I was over in the bottom right hand corner and I started to put the different series on shelves. I knew they weren't in the right section, but I just started to put them on shelves just to try to make it a little less overwhelming. And then suddenly I had entire series. And I was like, oh. And that's when I started to actually put them where they go. Then I realized leveling up lets you use magic. And that's when the game changed. Yeah, the white ones stood out in the piles. That's why I started with white because I had so many of them. I didn't see any other books that were white or light colored anywhere. So I figured, all right, I've got them all. That means I'm going to have all the series. I just got to sort them. And I did. One carbon nanotube, one wiring loom. One carbon nanotube. Oops. Fingers on the wrong buttons. Traveler. Visited. Yeah. We always had to um we weren't a, we put the books back on the shelves, but they needed to check to make sure that we had put them in the right place. So we always had to shelve the books tipped down so that like the top of the book was sticking out off the shelf so that they could come back through and double check that we had put everything where it needed to go. Oh, this could go in here. Okay. Excuse me. I like the addition of the really big planets too. Hey, that's a good idea though. Stop it. Toxic miasma. So this is going to be an achy planet. Man, if I ever am lucky enough to find another Picasso base, I look forward to that because that base was so cool. Maybe it's normal coolness to some people, to most people even. I don't know, but I thought it was very cool. Good job, Picasso. That planet is making my eyeballs hurt. Why is it doing that? I wish it would stop. There we go. No, I didn't do the underground stuff on the last couple of planets. I forgot. Oh, used the wrong gun. 250 bucks for discovery? I think not. Out here skinning without like some kind of peasant. I do need to go inside though, so I don't. No, its skin is flaky. There was a commercial on television at some point in my past where there was an alligator like getting out of a bathtub or something, and then the alligator turned into a woman when they had put lotion on. And I remember the background was very starkly white, like so white you could barely even tell where wall stopped and floor began. Hydrate. Friend, help, friend, help. Oh dear. Gonna have to guess on this. Yeah, there we go. I guessed that because the outside is shitty. There we go. 52,000 is much better than 250. Precipitation. That's my guess for the trivia. Rain, hail, snow, and sleet are all precipitation. Oh, look at that. Protection from the elements. That was a good choice. All right, now with these, I noticed yesterday, and I don't know if they fixed it or not, but you have to make sure that you dig them up. You don't just pick them up. So, like right here, I could just press E and you would think that that would work. But yesterday, when I did it, it would not count them unless you did one of these jobbers and picked it up. So let's see if they fixed that. Right now I'm at 0 out of 4. So I got corrupted ichor. What? Where's my little... Where's my quest marker? Maybe if I did in and out of my vessel. Hey, precipitation. I got it right. Oh, look at that double rainbow. That's beautiful. Oh, it's a party. Let's scan these before I go by. Oh no, hostile critters. Oh no, oh no, don't be hostile critter. Here, let me make food while you are clawing me. And we can be friends, please. Where'd the other one go? Weren't there two? Now I'm nervousified. Are you? Are you the thing that clawed me up? Red dot? Might be. Actually, I think you are. Well, I like those big shell critters. Just rolling along. Okay. Yep, don't worry, we're gonna just nip right in here. What do you mean? Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah, you're just gonna heal. When I know that I can just dig a little hole and be fine. Oh, fuck. Wrong button. And now that I know the Nomad is safe, that makes a hell of a difference too. Because before, getting in the Nomad didn't help at all. Alright, so it still says 0 out of 4 excavated embedded swarm debris. So I don't believe that they have fixed that. Maybe it's intentional and I just am not, I just don't realize it. So you have to actually dig and then it should now count. Although it won't tell me. Goddamn. There we go. Well, it was extremely toxic during the daytime, too. I feel like this is just a shit planet. Man, it's too bad I couldn't make it all over there. Maybe this planet has any oceans. I bet they are awful. Whoop. I don't know why, but sometimes this staff gets that red light about it. And when that happens, it will dig like in one instant. Oops, no. Of course, no, it's not going to do it. It will sometimes. Oh, hello. It will sometimes dig a really, really long terrain manipulation just instantly. And I don't know why. Okay, well, then we'll get in the ship and we'll do it that way. Well, leveling you do by changing the mode, and then you can get your ship to land on you, and you can flatten however you like. But I don't know. If I remember it, I'll try to look it up afterwards. The Titan multi-tool. I think it's the Titan multi-tool. Yeah, I renamed it, but because it's from an expedition. That is one thing that I really like. When you start a new expedition, you have access to all the previous expeditions rewards. So I start this new expedition, Expedition 22. I can go in and get the Normandy frigate that I got from I don't even know which expedition. And it will now be in here as part of my save. And I can use that to make money. Or there's multiple multi tools that I've gotten from the different um, expeditions. And I can break those down into nanites and upgrade packages and just physical cash. It's extremely convenient. My goodness, my throat's a little raspy. It is very nice. And this ship, they started me out with some awful, shitty little ship. But the Boundary Herald is an S class. It comes as an S class with most of this stuff already installed. And you can just have it as soon as you are able to get to the anomaly, space anomaly. No, that was the name that it came with. That little mouse armadillo looking thing. Oh, you're hostile. Oh, you're a different thing. I think I'm in localized toxicity. Where'd that little mouse go? The fuck did that critter go? I guess there's no red dots, so I've already scanned it. I actually am terrible at naming things. Um, so on my main save, I call my empire the Flame Consulate. So it'll be like Flame Consulate number 12. Hot baby. Because I'll name the star system. And then sometimes within the star system, I'll name the planets something. Hi, excuse me, what are we doing? Why are we tapping my boob? What are you doing, baby? What are you doing, baby? Oh, it's a squishies. Oh, it's a squishies. Oh, hello. Do you want to say hi? You're not much of a talker. No, you're not. Not like your sister. She runs her mouth all the goddamn time. Star Chaser says hello. Oh, she responded by stepping on my kidney. Oh, move your bodies. There you go. You get comfy and stop stomping. Oh, it's a good scratchy spot. Oh, it's a good scratchy spot. No, I can't pet you right
Tell
now.
your cat I said PS, 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 PS.
I actually cannot. So I have kind of sort of trained them that that sound means a treat, with the intention that if there were ever an emergency, I could use it to try and get a hold of them quickly. So when they hear that sound, they materialize out of the ether and just are there and expect a licky treat. And because the baby is a fucking hog, she gets so much of her saliva mixed in with the goo from the licky treats that it ends up on my hand, on my leg, just all over the place because she's a freaking hog. I am talking about you. Yes, and I mean, if someone knows, they can try. They don't people very well. I don't have a lot of people. Really, you're gonna challenge me? You'd probably eat my face, wouldn't you? Incompatible size. Um, so if it was someone that they didn't know, they probably wouldn't come out. But they also, the one especially, it doesn't work like it should with her. Um, when I need to take her like to the vet for boarding, and I make that noise and ask her to please come out, she responds not at all, and it's very frustrating. Um, Trying to get a hold of her because she knows when the fuck off, dude. She knows when the cat carrier comes out that she has to go, and she hides, and she's a real bitch about it. Alright, clear fallen swarmer debris. So why did I just click off of it? Application service is unavailable. Why? Sorry, is what? What's the... I missed... Oh, those are fungal clusters. I need those. Fungal clusters are one of the plants. I mean, in the game, the code will not let me. Okay, let's grab that storm crystal, baby. Let's grab that storm crystal. Grab the rest of these fungal clusters, and then we'll see. We'll see what's what. Appreciate that they light up when they're ready to harvest. Now it works. What the fuck? Yeah, I definitely have certain thoughts about that. And then back out. Because toxic damage no longer bothers me. Thanks to those spiffy shields. Oh, can't I left this little tuft of hair right on my elbow and it tickles. Tickles, tickles, tickles. Oh, hey, more fumbles. This really is just a terrible planet. Now, this says 0 out of 4 again. So I don't exactly understand what the fuck is up with that. Because this is technically the third one I've picked up. And I had this issue before when I did this mission type, where I am apparently not understanding how it's calculated that I did or did not complete the mission, or the part of the mission. So I have gotten into an exocraft. I had gotten into my ship. I don't know if one of those acts as like a reset for the quest, maybe? Okay, excavate, 0 out of 4. Activate a target sweep. Use the terrain to excavate the site. Okay. So, I have excavated. Gonna excavate all the way. So it's no longer touching ground. It is in hover mode. There were blue electricity lines. I got corrupted ichor. Ooh. So now it does say 1 out of 4. So now, what if I get in my ship because there's another one of those goddamn cat things? Okay, so it says land. So we're gonna just fly over here a little ways to get a fresh set of Ujumi Watsits. Okay, we have landed and now it says 0 out of 4. Okay, so getting into the ship is definitely resetting it. That is good to know. Would have been nice to have mentioned that. Oh, look at this. We landed on one. Okay. Does that count? That's 173. That's 174. Okay, and it just say 1 out of 4. So, given how close these are, should be able to hopefully finish this up in short order. checking all the minerals. Ooh. That's like a armadillo mouse beaver with barnacles. Say that 5 times fast. Okay, so that's 2. And it does say 2. I'm not even getting in the nomad at this point. I'm not taking any chances. We're just freewheeling this one. I almost said free balling, but that's an entirely different way of completing your mission, especially in this atmosphere. Okay, so that should be 3, and then this one should be 4. Really nice that they were all conveniently basically right next to each other. Okay, we're just gonna just take a little stroll to the top. Oh, there's 2 of them right there. Look at that. That would be even better if we needed them. So, 4 out of 4. Objective complete. Alright, so you definitely can't get into your vehicle with that one. And I don't want anything to do with this planet anymore. This is a terrible planet. And I might maybe be able to redo the first one that I did. Possibly even the second. This is gonna take forever. I might as well just come back to the game in a week. Alright, so I can extract and I can disrupt. Oh, it says I can do all 3 of them. Okay. I thought that there was an hour timer in between each one. Apparently, I was wrong. Oh shit. Oh wait, Specialist Poe. Wait, what? Deliver the supplies to Specialist Poe. Oh, what the fuck? I guess this is why you read to the end of the instructions before you get in your spaceship and take off. I had a couple teachers do those types of tests in school where they would tell you that you need to read all the instructions, or you need to read all the questions before you begin the test. And it'll be like 100 questions or something, so that it's, you know, a little bit of length to it. And then I, of course, being impatient, began the test before reading all the directions, only to find out that question like 97 or 98 was to put your name on the paper, do nothing else, hand it in, and leave. Okay, here are the supplies from right down there. Well, that was possibly the shortest quest I've ever done. Now I have to wait 8 hours? I have to wait 8 hours to do the next mission? What the actual fuck? Hello, I'd like to play your game. No, you gotta wait 8 hours. Seriously? Am I just missing the point of this expedition, I guess? I feel like the last couple expeditions just haven't been for me. I didn't like this real life hours. Real life 8 hours. Like I can go fuck around and do other shit, but to do the expedition that we are here to do, I have to wait 8 hours. As in, I go take a nap, have some food, watch a movie, 8 hours. Not like the game has to be up for 8 hours. No, it's an 8 hour timer until I can get another mission. I don't know. These last couple expeditions have not been for me. I don't like this one. I didn't even bother with the arena one. And I didn't like the garbage truck one. Pick up my exosuit. Oh, I've already been here. Okay, land on what? Where? Omega? This one. Peachy Omega. Here, Peachy Omega, Peachy Omega, Peachy Omega. Ooh, a bountiful planet. That might be a nice place for a base. Noobville, Oxy, Mag 10K. Okay. Mr. Easybot, Big Chillin'. Beer. What? That's not even the planet that I need to be on. What is it? Starbulb, Copper, Paraffinium, Magfair. I don't have a Magfair depot on this one. I have multiples on my main save. Okay, let's do the mission first. And apparently a exosuit upgrade drop pod thing. And then we will go build the base on that bountiful planet. Okay. The distance between planets is a little annoying now. I know that it's longer so that players can dick around with whatever they're doing on their Corvette, but it's another thing I don't want to be forced to do. probably check and make sure my ship hasn't vanished. I can't even make it to one freaking planet. Without getting distracted by something else. Oops, wrong button. "30 seconds. I brought a bunch of these cartography charts with me. They're the emergency ones, and I was thinking that I would use them to find ships to run through the disassembler. I just haven't got to it yet. Whoa. That's... whoops. It's fine. It really is. It's fine. It looks better that way. Nope. Wrong one. There we go. It would be convenient if there was a way to see a list. Like the way there's a list here and you can see all of these. I would like to be able to do that for player bases on a planet. Oh, objective complete. Oh, that was not a... That's an old mission. Which is why the exo, or the pod, was marked in the first place. Okay. Some of these ships, they poured in really, really close. Sometimes they make my ship shake, which is very disconcerting. There's no way that I'm going to be able to go through. Oh, I gotta make sure I don't lose that Picasso one too. Okay, do we have a different one? I don't know if if those are on the other side of the planet or this one. Alright. I don't care about that. Chaos. It's nice when I can come straight on rather than having to do the angle and then hitting the atmosphere and getting pulled out of the pulsy warpy thing way before I would like to. Man, there's a lot of races on this planet. Oh, that's loud. Did I accidentally turn? No. Okay, so this will be pissed off people, so let's dig a couple trenches. Oopsie. Made that one a little bit wider than I meant to, but that's alright. And then switch to weapons. Switch to platinum coil. And that's not what this mission is. What? Yeah, no, it is. This is right. There we go. I like that I'm yanking this stuff off and just leaving it. I'm supposed to be trying to keep them from reclaiming it, but I'm just pulling it apart and chucking it. Alright, they're getting a little toasty. So let's switch it over to... Oh, sounds like somebody got caught in the crossfire. And there's this toxic storm going on. Let's just stand here for a sec. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this planet is not happy. I'm sure it's lovely for its native sons, but come on, Shield. You can do it. I believe in you. Maybe I'll help you along a little. Okay. Apparently you can see me coming before I know I'm coming. Use your goddamn flamethrower. I'm not allowed to have flamethrower because I don't know where assault and metal... Sorry. Oh, shield down. Oh shit. We should be not up there. That's not very much health left. I don't know if those 3 little pluses mean anything. Or if I am just at like 3 health. Oh my. Okay. Alright, let's grab that and hope that it refills our shield. Ooh! I fell in a hole. Oh no, run away, run away. Shield up, shield down. I would appreciate it so much if you would die. And take your lightning fireballs with you. Okay, that should be all of them. What the fuck? Any ideas? Says there's still 2 left. There's one. This is super fun, isn't it? All right, so we have reached the end of our day today, because that's fucking old already. So, let's see, should be back next week, Monday. I don't anticipate any surprise streams over the weekend. You never know, but it is feeling very unlikely. So most likely I'll be back on Monday. Based on the time frame that's currently going on, I will have been able to do one mission between now and then. But I do hope you'll join me again on Monday, even though I am bitching about this expedition. I should bitch less, I apologize. Please don't hold it against me forever. Yeah. So thank you for joining me. Thank you again for joining me. I hope that you have. Yeah, I can't figure out what the fuck that last part is, and I'm just done. But I hope that you have a fantastic weekend, and don't forget to hydrate so you can be moist, bitches. I will see you hopefully on Monday, and until whenever I do see you again, no matter what it is you play, I hope that you have very happy gaming.